It's like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet, because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like for him. But I'm really just coming on this as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point. I've been dealing with this shit since he's been born, damn near. It's like I really feel like I'm a fucking nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me, and I don't even know the nanny name. Like, it's just not fair, bro. So I have to come on here and I gotta do this, but I gotta do like this. Now I gotta go to court, do all this extra shit when it ain't even gotta be like that, bro. Now if y'all don't see me with my son every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'ma number it. Let's see. I know she gonna let me see my son now. This is the only way.
So if we didn't want to get on the internet, then we wouldn't have come to the internet. However, I understand the frustration. This is a young man that kind of don't know what to do right now and wants to vent, and seems like he wants some compassion for his situation, which is also understandable. But all of that being said, that is not going to fix the problem. Coming to the internet and venting is not going to fix your problem. And I can say that over and over again. It's not going to fix your problem. And then he goes into how he's a dad and he really doesn't know what to do at this point. And hopefully this video gives some value. I'm pretty sure he knows this information already, because dude don't seem like a dumb dude. But, you know, hopefully this video gets around and spreads some knowledge, not only to him, but to any man in this situation that needs some guidance about it. Then he kind of jumps or dives right into what's going on. He brings up the nanny and how the nanny seemed to have the baby more than him or whatever. And at the end of the day, that's his fault. As a man, as a father, that's your fault. Because we sit here and we act like it's a woman's responsibility or a woman's fault that we can't see our children, when at the end of the day, when they start with that foolishness, we can easily rectify the situation. Now the way to do it might take a little bit of time or whatever. I mean, it could take a month, it could take a year, but in most cases, it gets resolved. It gets resolved. Then he comes back into it and says he don't even know the nanny name or whatnot. So yeah, let's get off of that video because y'all seen it, and let's just get into what's real. So fellas, court is your way to fix these situations and fix these problems all the time. When your baby mother start with this you can't see your son, or ignoring you when you're trying to see your son, or you need to do this for me in order for you to see your son or daughter or child, just in general, then you got to go to court. Now in this video he says some mess like, you know, oh, I don't got time to be doing this extra stuff, or I don't got time to be going to court. Yo, if you got time to be on the internet venting to us, if you got time to be streaming with what's the old girl named Zoe or whatever, then you obviously have time to be fighting for your child. You just making a choice not to, and that's what makes men deadbeats. Because it's every excuse in the world as to why you don't want to walk into the court building, which would, at the end of the day, fix the entire situation. Because you know, once you get a court order in place and your baby mother decides that she don't want you to see the child because you done pissed her off, or you got a new chick and she don't want her child around a new chick, you know, if you got a court order in place and she tries or does stop that transaction from happening, transaction meaning her passing over the child to you during your allotted time, that's called contempt of court. And contempt of court is punishable by law. Now, there are different ways when it comes to custody and contempt of court, but in the long run, let your baby mother keep piling up contempt of courts against you, and then the ball is essentially in your hands. But fellas, go to court. when you go to court, don't file for full custody and don't match petty for petty. Go to court and file for joint custody, both joint legal custody and joint physical custody. Along with that, fill out a visitation schedule, meaning like in my situation, I get my kids every Friday from 6 p.m. to Sunday at 7 p.m. And then it's a certain amount of holidays and time during when school is out that I get my child. So it's over 35% of the time, which means that is shared physical custody. Also, when it comes to child support, that's shared child support. Instead of you paying child support to the mother being the full-time parent, and that's just the end-all be-all. So it's a reduced rate in child support when you have joint custody with your baby mama. Over a certain amount of time, depending on, or percentage of time, depending on what your state say. My baby mother didn't let me see my kids once. Well, one of my baby mothers didn't let me see my kids once, and I missed out on it was 5 days with them. So of course, I went to the court building. I filed for contempt of court or whatnot. We had a court date that was scheduled in a week and a half or 2 weeks out. When we showed up, I had the receipts. I showed the receipts to the judge, how she kept them away, when she kept them away, and what that affected. So of course that's documented. It was a ruling as contempt of court, and the judge asked me, how did I want my time back? Basically, I can have my kids back for those 5 days, beginning and ending however I want it to begin or end, and she had no choice but to comply with how I wanted it. So I just ended up keeping them for that entire next week, and enjoy that 1 week of simulating the full-time dad, of getting them to school and everything, because that's the type of stuff that's important to me. That's the type of stuff I know matters to my kids, for them to see me and mom basically provide the same services to them as parents, and getting up in the morning, getting ready for work myself, getting them off to school, during that time or whatever. They need to see that from both parents. So, I took advantage of that situation and just got my time laid out for that entire week. But yeah, that was a contempt of court ruling. So if she do it again, it's kind of, if I wanted to go for the custodial parent, she's already proved that she can't follow instructions. So it gives me not the upper edge, but an advantage going into court if I'm trying to shift the favor of custody due to her not being a great baby mother or co-parent. At no point though here is what I'm saying is, or encouraging women to do this foolishness. I'm just saying, as men, we have to do what we have to do in order to be fathers. Period, point blank. No matter how tough the battle is, don't give up on yourself and your relationship with your kids. That's the worst thing that you can do. Do you need a lawyer? No, you don't need one. Or, this is not legal advice or any of that stuff. I'm just giving advice of my journey and how I basically, and it's in 2 different states. In Maryland and DC is where my custody lies. DC is a joint parent state, meaning that's what DC pushes for, is 50-50. And Maryland is what we consider a mom state. So things are a lot tougher in Maryland. But if you have a job and she can't use like a criminal history. You really can't even use that though. So, I'm just saying like super worst case scenarios, like, if you were a molester or something like that, and you can't really be around kids, then, that might affect how things would go in custody. But outside of that, I mean, unless you just a horrible person and that can be proven in court, like that, the criminal records and stuff really won't even matter. And again, I'm just telling you, I'm just speaking from experience. So, it's a battle, and I did decide to get different lawyers in both states. So it did cost me a little bit of money, but that was just to take the stress off of me, because, I knew once the situation was over and, resolved, then it was going to be over and resolved. So I was just trying to go for the least stressful situation for me and for my kids. When you are emotionally connected to your court case, I've been told by attorneys that that's what kind of hurts you, or why you can talk too much or say too much or interrupt too much, is because when you emotionally connected, it's harder to have the type of focus. So it's better to be represented by an attorney in child custody cases and child support cases, because that's what I've been told, and I agree with it. And I have been in court by myself, and first when I was trying out, and then experiencing it with an attorney, it was so much less stressful, and it was worth every dime spent, especially since I have joint custody with both of my baby mothers and all my kids. So I'm speaking on it because I walk through it, and I hear it all the time. Or she won't let me do this, or she won't let me do that, or she mad because I got a new girl, and she mad because of this, and if my baby mothers try any of that and stop me from getting my kids at my allotted time, it's contempt of court. You can even, if you know where they at or whatever, you can even call the police and be like, yo, can y'all please help me enforce this court order? So they have the option to, because it is like the civil matter and you're supposed to go back in court and file. But if they can knock on the door and the person opens or whatnot, or if they in a park and you can point them out, a lot of officers will, if you got that order in your hand or in your phone, a lot of officers will walk that joint over to her and be like, yo, like, we enforcing it right here, right now, because you breaking the law. Like, once again, I'm speaking from experience. I've had to do it. So, everything is, I'm not going to say the ball is in my court, but it's 50-50. And when they violate that, joint custody thing, that comes with consequences. And enough consequences, custody just going to roll into your favor if you decide to go that direction in the future. So, there's no excuse about what the woman is doing to stop you, because all you got to do is go to court to file to stop her. You're not affecting your child in a negative way by going to court and filing for custody to see your child. All you trying to do is make sure that relationship stays there. This is the things that makes you a badass parent, a go hard ass parent, a real parent. At the end of the day, it's not going to be easy all the time, and it always don't have to be financial struggles or just giving money or not having money, which makes and breaks you as a parent, yo. Like, you just got to fight for your kid. Just think about it as yourself. If you had video footage of your mother or your father trying to keep you away from the other parent, and then you had receipts or how hard the other parent tried to stay in your life, and that's why they were in your life, that's going to hold a lot of value as a parent regardless, because you'll know, if you know that somebody rode for you or fought for you that hard, that's just going to draw your emotions to them harder. And as a parent, That's the type of feeling that you should have, and know that your parent, the type of love they have for you. So y'all gotta stop running to the internet, yo. It just has to stop, and y'all gotta start running to the courthouse. I don't care if you still got feelings for your baby mother, or if for some reason you just don't feel like walking through the court system, because the way you feel about her, or she don't give a damn about you. That's why she dragging you through it and letting you emotionally be a wreck, and want to be all aggressive and over the top because of the way you feel like you know that you being treated by her. So stop, just stop that. Stop worrying about her or her and just her side of being a parent. Worry about you, because you are what you can affect. You are what you can change. You are what you can control. She always gonna be a loose cannon. It's always gonna be an emotional wreck, an emotional thing, up and down, because that's just how women are. And that's for a whole nother video, but that just is what it is. So that's all I have to say, yo. Like, please please share, please subscribe, and do all of that. I'm gonna be coming at y'all with a lot of content. I'm a newer channel out here. It's March of 2025, and this is just the beginning. So again, please share, subscribe. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for sticking with me, and I will be at y'all with another video very soon. If you see something on the web that you want me to take a look at and give advice on, and it don't even have to be this topic, it can be any topic, because that's what this psychology is all about. So yeah, comment those or get those to me so I can take a look at them. But until next time, y'all be safe out there. Treat each other with love and tenderness, and care and all that good stuff. And yeah, stay clean, stay safe. Out.